I think that Susan, Sarah's mother, didn't feel that the marriage would change things for her. But it's a curious thing. She was very wary.
A royal correspondent now claims that even Sadah Ferguson's own family had doubts about her intentions when she married Prince Andrew. Behind the fairytale 1986 wedding, some relatives questioned whether she truly loved him or was drawn to the status and privilege of royal life. Palace insiders reportedly shared similar concerns, worried that her spontaneous, unpredictable personality might eventually cause trouble for the monarchy. In the years that followed, many of those fears seemed to surface. This report uncovers those early doubts, what her family suspected, what palace aides feared, and how Sadah Ferguson's enchanted romance ultimately became one of the most turbulent relationships in modern royal history.
Not once it broke, Michael. But don't try and trick me now, because I'm not going to play this game. Delete that bit. John, can you just delete it, please, that bit? Because I don't want to go down this...
Duchess, I'm asking very fair questions of you.
No, I just too tabloidy.
John is Sarah's Australian agent.
A royal correspondent now claims that even Sadah Ferguson's own relatives doubted her intentions when she married Prince Andrew. Behind the glamour of their 1986 wedding, some family members questioned whether she truly loved him or was attracted to the status of royal life. Palace staff reportedly shared similar concerns, uneasy about her bold personality and unpredictable behavior. As the years unfolded, many of those early fears seemed to resurface, turning what began as a fairy tale romance into one of the most turbulent chapters in modern royal history. A new report has reignited speculation about Sadah Ferguson's motives in marrying Prince Andrew. According to sources cited by biographer Andrew Loney, some of her own relatives wondered whether she loved Andrew or was drawn to the privilege of royal life. Even her father, Major Ronald Ferguson, was said to feel both pride and concern. Inside Buckingham Palace, reactions were mixed as well. While Sarah was seen as a familiar and socially suitable match, her outspoken, lively personality raised doubts about whether she could truly fit into the strict expectations of the royal family.
This is why one of the reasons the Queen loved you so much and you were so special to her. What did she mean to you?
Oh, you know, she just... I think I was just myself.
Sarah's warm, outgoing nature initially won over the Queen and Prince Philip, but palace advisors were far less convinced. Her active social life, close friendships with men, and strong independent streak made some question whether she was a stable choice for a royal bride. Born in 1959, Sadah Ferguson came from a respectable, well-connected upper-middle-class family, though not one of great wealth. Her father, Major Ronald Ferguson, worked closely with Prince Philip and later Prince Charles as a polo manager, keeping the family tied to royal circles. Her mother, Susan, left for Argentina after remarrying, leaving Sarah to grow up between boarding school and her father's country home.
Is the Duchess of York Epstein scandal about to hit her in the pocket? Well, maybe. Let me explain why. The charities linked to Sadah Ferguson on Monday certainly moved quickly to distance themselves from her.
Sadah Ferguson entered her 20s as a bold, energetic presence on London's social scene, well-liked, a little wild, and undeniably ambitious. She worked modest jobs in publishing and later an art gallery, but those close to her sensed she wanted a bigger, more exciting life. When she reconnected with Prince Andrew in 1985, the timing couldn't have been better. Andrew, then 25 and one of the country's most sought-after bachelors, was under growing pressure from the Queen to find a suitable partner. Though they had known each other since childhood, their meeting at Royal Ascot reignited a spark. The connection was instant, and what began as a friendly reunion quickly grew into a royal romance.
Sadah Ferguson and that contribution to her debts by the deceased paedophile Jeferyepstein. As reported in the Mail, what we discover is thirsty.
Even early in the marriage, cracks began to form. The traits that once made Sadah Ferguson popular, her loud laugh, open affection, and casual manner, soon irritated palace staff who viewed her as too unpredictable. Her relationship with Andrew was strained almost immediately, largely because his naval career kept him away for long stretches. Sadah later revealed they spent barely 40 days together during their first 5 years as husband and wife. The isolation weighed heavily on her, and the tabloids eagerly seized the narrative, running stories about her spending, trips, and rumored romances. To some royal aides, this confirmed their initial doubts, reinforcing the belief that Sadah was too attention-loving and far too unconventional for the rigid expectations of royal life.
If you are innocent, would you pay £12 million to someone that is accusing you of awful, awful things? I would.
By the late 1980s, royal officials were increasingly uneasy about Sadah Ferguson's public image. What had begun as a playful, refreshing personality was now viewed as a growing liability. Headlines about lavish shopping, loud parties, and questionable friendships painted her as a constant source of spectacle. The concerns courtiers had raised back in 1986 seemed to be unfolding exactly as they feared. Prince Philip grew frustrated with her behavior, and although the Queen remained fond of Sadah, even she struggled to defend her from relentless tabloid criticism. Inside the palace, some quietly labeled her unmanageable, arguing that her appetite for attention and luxury reflected poorly on the monarchy, especially during a national recession. What was once seen as harmless fun now sparked a deeper question: had the palace misjudged her, and had the beloved, fun Duchess become a genuine risk to royal stability?
This is everything you've written in your book, though.
Yes, I know, but
and
it's
you're
the way
releasing your book, and you've agreed to do the interview.
The book has already been released, and the thing is, I'm not going to go down to this point. I'm going to answer your questions, but that's done. It's finished. I've answered it. Thank you very much.
By 1992, the royal family entered one of its most chaotic periods, and Sadah Ferguson was thrust into the center of it. Still married to Prince Andrew, she was photographed on holiday in France with her financial advisor John Bryan in the now infamous toe-sucking scandal, humiliating the monarchy and angering Prince Philip. Sadah was quickly pushed out of royal life, reinforcing long-held fears that she was unpredictable and a liability. After her separation, she faced ongoing financial trouble, with her spending, business ventures, and attempts to earn money attracting constant headlines. Controversies continued, including a 2010 undercover sting where she appeared to offer access to Prince Andrew for £500,000, and later admitting she had accepted financial help from Jeferyepstein, something she later called a terrible mistake. Despite these scandals, Sadah has always insisted her marriage to Andrew was rooted in genuine love, not status. And even after their 1996 divorce, the pair remained unusually close, co-parenting their daughters, sharing a home at Royal Lodge, and appearing together at family events. Supporters argue her missteps were impulsive rather than malicious, and that she was judged more harshly than others inside the palace. Over time, the royal family has softened toward her, acknowledging her as a devoted mother, grandmother, author, and a surprisingly resilient figure. Yet the long-standing question lingers: did Sadah marry for love, ambition, or a mix of both? Her journey from duchess to outcast, and eventually, to comeback figure remains one of the most complicated and compelling stories in modern royal history.